Hey everybody, I'm so excited about today's episode because I'm actually going to be exploring DC and then also interviewing one of my really good friends. I just got back from the gym, so I'm going to go change. Okay, let's go. Okay, so I'm on my way to go catch a metro. I'm running incredibly late, so wish me luck.
Doors up.
Okay, so I'm in the heart of DC. I'm running incredibly late, and so I'm a little out of breath, but I hope you guys enjoyed the view as much as I did. Guys, I finally get there, blood, sweat, and tears, just to peer through the window and find out that they're closed. Like literally, like the walls have been scraped off of the restaurant. And so now I'm gonna find my friend. It worked out anyway, because we didn't have a very clear meeting point. So we're gonna meet halfway and kind of adventure out there and figure it out, but stay tuned. I'm sweaty and I'm hot, but 3 miles later, we're almost there. We'll get there. Hey guys, so I found him. You can introduce yourself if you'd like.
Hello, my name is Corey Lewis. I am a gentleman that's touring the area, and luckily I was found. Precious here.
Okay, awesome. So we're actually gonna go to the other location. Apparently it was the place that closed down, they just relocated to across the street. So I walked a few miles for no apparent reason, but it's okay.
Great exercise.
Exactly, and it's about the journey, so we'll get there eventually. Hey everyone, it's Precious, and I'm here with a special guest. You can go ahead and introduce yourself if you'd like.
Hello, my name is Corey Lewis. It's nice to meet you.
And we're currently in the heart of DC at Busboys and Poets. It's actually a really cool restaurant. They specialize in all kinds of like really cool vegan and gluten-free options, you know, like they offer a lot of different diets for people with special dietary restrictions or something, but they're also really sustainable, which I kind of love about them.
Not to mention the library that they have in there is amazing.
Yeah, they have a full like bookstore in there. One thing that I really loved about it is like they're actually kind of like an activist sort of restaurant. They have like all kinds of old historians painted on their walls, and it took us a while to actually get here because they moved across the street, which was
surprising.
Kind of a funny adventure, really. We kind of walked an extra few blocks but we're here. But that kind of like goes into today's theme or topic, which is sorry. So yeah, today we're going to be talking about diets, its stigmas, and what you lose to gain what. Yeah, we're going to redo that. That was really bad. Okay. And today we're going to be talking about diets, its stigmas, and what you lose to gain what. That was a little bit better, no?
I like that.
Okay, so I guess like first off, well, like what do you think? Like, can you talk to me about like your diet? Like,
Absolutely. Yeah. So currently I'm vegetarian. However, I do it on an 8 to 12 month diet plan. So what that means is that 4 months out of the year I can choose to eat whatever I want. But for the most part, I'm flexitarian. You know,
what does that mean for people that don't know flexitarian?
So flexitarian essentially means that your diet is mostly plant-based, but if you want to eat meat, you can. So from a year standpoint, you know, those 8 months out of the year that I decide not to eat meat, then I have a vegetarian diet. It's pretty nice. I enjoy it. I actually originally got into it because during my time in undergrad, I realized that I was really sleepy all the time from eating a lot of meat.
Mm-hmm.
You know, ribs, chicken, you know, whatever it is, you name it. And it was affecting my grades.
Okay.
So I decided, you know, what if I just cut out the meat and kind of see, you know, what I could do. And so I would choose to be vegetarian, and you know, I had more energy. I woke up. I felt freer. I felt lighter, and you know, I pretty much just carried on since. So it's been nice to kind of balance it between, you know, the flexitarian on a yearly basis, but then a vegetarian, you know 8 months out of the year. You know, it's a nice balance.
Yeah, I think so. That's very interesting. I think you're the very first person that I've heard who kind of does it like that. I feel like when people talk about diets, they're very left side or right side. Like you're either all vegan or you're all pescatarian or something, or you're like just a normal consumeristic person. But I think one of the biggest things, especially now in 2019, like the stigmas of like not eating as much meat is like very taboo. Like when people, like when vegans or like activists say like, hey, we should consume less meat, like I feel like there's almost a fight where consumers are like, yo, like I eat meat every single day, you know, like I'm not gonna quit, but like we're not asking anybody to quit. I think what a lot of the activists are fighting for is just the consumption of like less.
I agree. I definitely think that it's become very political. Right now we're in a very high political environment in general, not just here in the United States, but you know across the world. You know, as we approach a brand new decade. Mm-hmm. And as far as me, you know, my diet isn't political, but I do feel that animals and other resources that we use to live and to eat should be handled in a more humane and suitable manner. But I've never gone out to make my diet political sometimes.
Right. So like, I feel like there's also like the reason why people choose certain diets. I think that maybe it relates to like first off morality. Like some people, like PETA will say like, oh, it's killing animals and stuff like that, which is like one way. And then I feel like another way would be like maybe for a sustainable reason, like the production of like in our agriculture right now, like we're kind of using the system.
About CO2 emissions?
Right, exactly. Like how cows. Like I think there's a study or something about like how a piece of hamburger, like a hamburger patty, actually contributes to like 5,000 gallons of water or something like that because of the amount of water that it takes to like water the grass.
To get it from the very beginning to the end.
Exactly. And so I think that's another reason why people are really trying to like be aware of those things. And then also I think another reason why people eat the way that they do is just because of like their diet, like their actual body, like some people function a lot better. Like you said how you were like really sleepy because of certain like foods and stuff, but like it could, make somebody else feel a different way, you know what I mean? So
Absolutely.
Can you think of any other like variables where people like eat the way that they do, or like why our diet is relevant?
Yeah, absolutely. I have quite a few family members that are around my age, our age, and they are choosing to eat a little bit less meat because they realize that it causes them to break out. They might have acne or X, Y, and Z. So.
Oh, sorry, our food's here. Thank you.
Sis?
Thank you. I'm sorry, what is this?
Beef, chili,
No, I ordered tomato soup.
tomato soup.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, though.
Thank you.
Looks good.
It did look good. Dang it, I'm really hungry. Okay, we'll try again. Okay, so like, what would you? So like, how is that like how people would define food? Do you think that would be a proper definition?
Not necessarily, because I think people have their own interpretation, just like they have their own interpretation of, what a diet is. For some people, it's simply, a resource in order for us to have energy to be able to function throughout the day.
Mm-hmm.
And for other people, it's considered a luxury, or because they can't afford it the way that they would like to. And then for other people, it's simply just a way of life. And every day they're just wondering what they're going to eat. They eat it and they move on.
Right.
Some people just aren't aware of how what a plethora of food exists in certain regions as compared to other regions.
Yeah, I feel like that's a really good point actually, because I think you kind of get that sort of perspective like when we just graduated from college, so like students actually just eat out of necessity as opposed to like actually caring like, like this hamburger costs $2 at Walmart and not questioning why is it so cheap, you know what I mean? Like, so it may not be the best for them, but it's a source of nutrients, it's cheap, it's affordable, and I think that's kind of one of the main issues. Do you consider that a problem? Or?
Absolutely. And then, something that we do as well is we turn it into a rite of passage.
Okay.
Like this is what you're expected to go through and what you're required to go through, often as a college student, when you're in college, So if you're saying, wow, I'm hungry, or wow, I don't have any money, or wow, this is my 4th day eating, peanut butter and jelly without the bread, other people are just going to say that just comes with it, you're going through college and, you don't have any money, and that's just something that you have to learn to deal with.
And I honestly feel like that's a bit ironic, because it's so funny that you mentioned that, because a couple of years ago I was a part of this startup program in Orlando where basically it's like a convention where you have like a weekend to build a company. And
that sounds fun.
right.
Yeah.
And but the thing is, so everyone there can write down an idea and then pitch it to like the group of people that are in this convention. So there's like 100 people, and 100 people can go on stage and be like, yo, this is my idea. And then like the top 10, you all vote, and then the top 10 get chosen or whatever it may be. And my original idea was to fight that college stigma. I'm like, tell me how, like, cause like I was like, tell me how it makes any sense where I'm paying $10,000 to a university for education, but I can't feed myself to function properly and succeed and be smart enough, because I'm like, your brain, like, it's brain food when you consume food, and so like I don't have enough of the nutrients to power my brain to like go to school. It's like this like paradox,
Yeah, I agree 100%.
And so that's why I was just I don't know, that's what just came to mind when I was thinking about that, honestly. Oh wait, can you show your food so they can see what it looks like? It looks delicious, by the way.
Thank you.
Tomato soup. Perfect, thank you so much.
I was wondering if they were going to add a garnish.
Yeah, I was honestly, but it's okay. I think it looks good. I'm just really hungry. Okay, so maybe we'll take a pause and then we'll jump back into it.
Works for me.
Okay, cool. I'm like really hungry. Okay, so we ate food. We're doing great. We're gonna jump right back into this.
Murdered some mosquitoes.
They did it first. I wasn't murdered, but they like stole something.
It's a confession.
What is it, King Hammurabi or whatever, where if you steal something, they cut your hand off? That is not his name. What did I say? Hammurabi? Harambe. That's not right. Isn't that a gorilla?
It's also a phrase in Kwanzaa.
Which means?
I believe it means freedom. Freedom.
That's sadly
Harambe.
ironic,
Yeah.
because he was.
But don't quote me on that.
All right. Anyway, no, just kidding. No, that's gonna bother me now. Do you remember his name? Do you know who I'm talking about?
I'm slightly familiar, but I'm not
Egyptian. History is failing me. Oh dang. Okay, I'm gonna put it in here and be like, oh, this is what it is.
God, is my voice really this low?
Okay, so we ate lunch/dinner and we're jumping right back into it.
I feel well fed. I don't know about you.
I'm painfully full. I had tomato soup. It was really good. It took about 2.5 tries to get it to me, but I think overall it was pretty satisfying. What about you?
Finish line. This sweet potato hash was pretty scrumptious. Can't lie.
Okay, that's good news, I guess. So plug in at Busboys and Poets if you're in DC. You know, it's got a decent rating. I think the service is a little okay-ish.
I think they're indulging in the new. Actually, let's not.
I mean, this is a show about like truth and honesty here.
That's true. You know, I think some of the people here are enjoying the new cannabis laws.
Oh yeah, it's a very It's a very hipster location in the sense that people are chill and service is also chill, as in slow and wrong. Okay, that's a little harsh, but it's true. Anyway.
But the food made it.
It did, and it was good when it did get to us. I think it was great. Okay. It's a little shady. It's getting cold. Okay. Anyway, we're talking about diets. So what would you consider to be a healthy diet? Is there one?
I think a healthy diet is subjective. I think it really does depend on you as a person, because as we were explaining earlier, for someone that's eating meat, it might lead to breakouts, or in my case, lowered energy. And for other people, they might really feel empowered and feel nourished and so forth. So I really do think it's just more so based on figuring out what type of energy resources work best for you. It could be supplements, it could be smoothies, it could be veganism, it could be eating meat 3 times a day, whatever your preference may be.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that. I feel like yes and no. Like, there is the food pyramid that we all learned in elementary school.
Yeah.
That's like, okay, these are the essential nutrients we need to function and be successful as human beings. But at the same time, I feel like there are certain bylaws, I guess, that depends on the uniqueness of each individual. Like, I feel like lactose intolerance is a common issue for a lot of people. So like dairy solely depends on whether you could kind of eat it or not, and that's actually a mutation, but we'll talk about that another time. But it just I feel like it solely depends. Like, some people get really bloated when they eat certain wheat products like breads and stuff like that, but other people are fine. So I just feel like to consider something healthy, I think it depends if your body actually utilizes those nutrients in the way that they're supposed to,
Absolutely.
And I feel like for something to be considered healthy, the food actually has to have nutrients in it in the first place.
And I think to tag along with that is the healthy process of how it made it to your plate in the first place.
Right.
Such as cows being grass-fed or.
Hi everyone. So the video stopped a little bit because my phone died and it needed actually more storage a little bit as well. But we ended up finishing the podcast, and so you can check that out at Precious Pioneer. It's featured at Spotify and Stitcher and all kinds of any other places that you want to listen. But yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys. We'll catch you later. Bye.